There we are. What is her? How do you pronounce her name?
Micaela Passeri.
Okay, so over 20 years of experience building 6- and 7-figure businesses, Micaela puts her business degree, expertise, and many certifications to use, reprogramming purpose-driven entrepreneurs' emotional money stories so they can open their life's heart to more financial abundance with strategic monetization and sales structure implementation. She uses her proprietary techniques of marrying business ROI planning with emotional subconscious release work. In essence, her clients transform into emotional ninjas from stuck, stagnant, and unfulfilled to happy, liberated, and hopeful and healed. I'm going to be a ninja after this presentation. Micaela firmly believes that business success is directly tied to an individual's ability to free themselves from the emotional ties of the past. Their emotional intelligence level and their ability to manage their emotions in all areas of life is the predictor of their income. Remember that. It's going to be the predictor of your income and your success and your expansion. So we give the stage to you. Wow us and make us all ninjas right now. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, CL. That was a great introduction. Can you guys hear me, by the way? I am actually coming to you from Florence, Italy. I am here doing some personal business and then going to London for a summit. So I'm hoping that you can hear me. My internet is a little bit choppy, but hopefully it'll be great for the next 15 minutes. Now, I'm going to share my screen because I'm going to go through a presentation. And let's see if I can do this in 15 minutes. So my title of my talk today is how to master your emotional intelligence and increase your income. So you might say, well, okay, let's see, why isn't this working? Okay, hold on a second. It's not working.
Not advancing?
No, it's not advancing.
Do you want to go ahead and forward that to myself and I can have it working?
No, I can't even get out of my share mode. Can you make me stop sharing?
Yeah, I can do that. Let's try that. Okay.
Okay. So let's try this another way. So hold on a second. Let's start over. Rewind. I'm just going to show you from my PowerPoint, okay? So I'm going to speak to you about the connection between emotional intelligence and raising your income, which I called your wealth factor. So first of all, I want to start with basically talking about the fact that we're all energy. Everything is energy, right? Everything is vibration. And Nikola Tesla once said that if you want to know the secret of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And that includes us, meaning we are energy and vibration. Well, how do we vibrate? How do we have these frequencies? It's all through our emotional state, our emotionality. Our emotions actually are what dictate our thoughts. Our thoughts dictate our feelings dictate our decisions dictate our actions, and our actions dictate our result. Therefore, you can remove all the stuff in between and just basically deduce that emotions give us our results. So our emotionality gives us what we produce in our life and in our work on a day-to-day basis. So if you're unhappy with the results that you're creating in your life, you've got to go back to the root cause, the root emotional cause event that actually created that stuck energy, that stuck trapped emotion in the subconscious. And that's really what I want to talk to you about. But really quickly, I want to share with you, some of you, I know a few, but I see a lot of new people here at the summit. And thank you again, Bettina, for having me. I've spoken at the summit for a few times before. I'm going to share with you a little bit about myself. So I'm Micaela Passeri. I am Italian. I was born and raised here in beautiful Florence, Italy, and I live in Los Angeles. And I am a business strategist and emotional intelligence coach. And I really was this close from not achieving the success that I have now in my life, from not creating, the life by design that I've actually created. And I was this close because I almost allowed fear, overwhelm, confusion, failure, resentment, all of the negative emotions to take me off track. And it wasn't until I understood that I got to get to courage, that courage was really what was going to pull me through, was going to bring me forward. So I got to be courageous, and I got to be courageous. And in that, I've created 6- and 7-figure businesses. I've traveled the world. I've designed a lifestyle for myself where I live part here in Italy and part in Los Angeles. And I do business wherever I go. So it's really about understanding one's emotionality, understanding one's subconscious mind triggers from the trapped emotions, releasing them, and then making strategic decisions for the future. So I've spent the last couple of years, thanks to COVID, really studying quantum physics and studying the relationship between frequency and money-making ability, because I was working with a lot of my clients, and I would see that they would come to me, they were dissatisfied with the money that they were making. And then after working with me, they would actually have huge breakthroughs. So their level, as they raise their emotional intelligence, as they raise their emotional vibration, they also raised their wealth vibration. They really were able to understand, right, what was the cause, put certain actions in place to create the results they want, and stay focused and committed to that. So I studied Dr. Hawkins' consciousness scale, which is this that you have here in front of you. And I've actually modified it. I've created what I call a wealth vibration scale, which actually gives us, it's a modification of this. It gives us the frequency of a human being, of a human being's evolution from contraction to expansion, from negative emotion to higher emotion, from low vibrating emotion to higher vibrating emotion, and then the corresponding level of income. So your wealth factor, your wealth set point. I'm going to briefly show this to you, but you'll have actually an opportunity. So this is my wealth vibration scale, and it obviously needs to be read specifically by a coach and by somebody who can understand this, but it allows you to understand what kind of money you'll be able to make. So if you actually want to receive this download for free, you can go to yourmoneymastery.com, and you'll be able to get that there for free, and be able to look at the chart and see, you'll be able to kind of guesstimate where you are. And at the end of this presentation, I'll give you an opportunity to actually have it read by me. So when we understand that there is this frequency that we vibrate, okay, we go up and down throughout the day, but there is a norm, there's a kind of point, there's a foundational frequency point that we vibrate depending on our evolutionary stage, according to Dr. Hawkins. So if we understand that, and we understand that by raising from lower to higher, we can then raise our wealth factor. There are 3 factors that it actually affects, that raising our emotional intelligence affect. Factor number 1, it allows us to increase the ease by which we make money. So especially if you've been struggling a lot, or you've been a lot in the doing, and you haven't really created the results that you wanted, there's most likely, I can guarantee you, there's an trapped one or more, usually more, trapped emotions that are holding you back, that are hindering you, that are triggering you into certain mental and emotional and physical behaviors that are having you create struggle and not ease in making money. So that's factor number 1. Factor number 2, it helps you keep more money. Okay, raising your emotional intelligence allows you to keep more of the money that you make. You've all heard of, lottery winners, they win millions of dollars, and the next year they're broke because they're not vibrating at the frequency of that money. You've got to have a certain wealth factor to make 7 figures, to keep 7 figures, to make 8 figures, to keep 8 figures, to make 6 figures, to keep 6 figures. You've got to be a vibrational match. Number 3, it helps you increase your income cap. Okay, what I call a wealth factor. Okay, the wealth factor is, what is the maximum that I am able to make right now? And if that's not satisfactory to me, what do I get to do? What do I get to release? Who do I get to be? What do I get to uncover from my subconscious mind that allows me to move up in my emotional intelligence, therefore in my wealth vibration, so that I can have a higher wealth factor? So I'm going to just share with you a few case studies of clients who, by raising their emotional intelligence and wealth vibration, have changed the trajectory of their life and their business. So I'm going to share with you one of my clients, Joseph Zarabi. He's an investor, and he literally in one day manifested $100,000. I kid you not, one day, after me coaching him, manifested 100K. Now, these aren't the norm results. They are results that are possible. This isn't necessarily going to happen to everybody, but it is what's possible when you do this work. Lauren Powers, she is a trainer and speaker. She went from 0 clients to clients that were paying her 10,000 plus, paid in full. So she went from 0 monetization to 100% monetization in her business after working with me and doing this type of work. Vertiba Cocolera is a real estate agent and investor. She actually was able to understand the dysfunctional relationship that she had with overwhelm and worry, and be able to then feel more confident, step into the leader that she is in her work and in her neighborhood. So how does this really work? How does it work? Well, the process is this: emotions, thoughts, feelings, and actions. This is the new cognitive triangle. Like I shared before, emotions eventually give us our results. And so if there's something that we aren't happy with in our life, we've got to take a look at ourselves. We've got to introspect. And so what does vibration have to do with it? Well, lower vibrations keep us down, keep us in survival, in struggle, in contraction, and higher energies, higher emotions keep us in that expansion, in more, in flow. So if you're able to right now, I want you to do a quick exercise. If you can stand up and take a breath in and really feel of a time where you felt fear, and allow your body to kind of contract in that way. What does fear feel like in your body? What does it feel as an emotion, right? And just take a moment to feel that. Feel the fear. Then go to anger. Feel a time where you were really angry at someone or something that happened in your life. And allow your body to take the shape of that anger. How does that feel, right? But now, access courage. Remember, at the beginning, I shared that I was this close to losing the results, the accomplishments, the success that I've achieved now, because I almost allowed the negative emotions to have me. But I had to access courage. So now give yourself a moment to feel, what would courage feel like? What does courage, when you're courageous, when you face your fear and act anyway, how does that make you feel? And what would your body look like when you're in courage, when you take that courageous stance? And feel that. And now, what would love feel like, right? What would love feel like? What could you do if all of your decisions were made from a place of love instead of fear, anger, resentment, failure, right? What would that feel like? And how would love feel in your body, right? So now that you have a live and fresh feeling of what these emotions and the differencing emotions can be, from the contraction of anger and failure and fear, apathy, grief, right? And then the expansion and the openness of courage and peace and love and acceptance and joy and happiness. What's possible, right? What is possible? Well, what's possible is to know your wealth factor. When you know your wealth factor, you can increase it. The abundance, wealth, income, happiness, joy, life by design that you want and that is your birthright. I am living example of that. And you can understand how to manage your emotional vibration so you can produce more, make more, have more, and be more. Okay. So my increase your wealth vibration is an avenue through which you can do that. And is an hour session where I release up to 3 trapped emotions in your subconscious mind. An hour with me is valued at $497, about $500. And in this 1 hour session, I'm actually going to give you several bonuses. The first bonus is the wealth vibration test. So my expanded wealth vibration scale that I shared earlier, where we're going to see where your income cap is right now. You'll get that test for free. And it's a $247 value there. You'll also get my emotional intelligence test. So we know if you're low, moderate, or high EQ. And from that, then we're going to know where to take you and what next steps you'll need to take to raise your emotional intelligence. That's also valued at $247. The download, obviously you had an opportunity to download it for free. If you haven't yet, you'll get it for free with this session. It's a $97 value. And you'll also get 3 power affirmations to reprogram your subconscious mind. When we release 3 trapped emotions, we're going to have to replace the trapped emotions with positive affirmations so that your subconscious mind can reprogram to that higher frequency, that higher vibration. And also you'll get free recording of our session, which is priceless, right? Now, for the first 5 people that sign up, and I'm going to put in the chat the link in a second, you'll get a signed autographed copy of my amazing affirmations book. I'll mail it to you. And it's basically a book that teaches you how to write powerful result-driven affirmations, okay? So all of this is a value of $1,397. But because you're here at the We Empower You Summit, and you're going to have an amazing day of nuggets and transformation and content, it's only $97. So if you really are serious about moving forward in your business, making the money that you want, understanding how your emotionality is absolutely the cause. Science tells us that. It is science. It is science. I would love to support you. This is my purpose. My purpose is to help people live better, help people maximize their time on this beautiful earth. It is my honor to serve you. And if you at all feel called to do any of this work, I'd love to support you. I put my link in the chat. You can go there and purchase the Increase Your Wealth Vibration session. So thank you so much for having me. Again, Bettina, if anybody has any questions, I'll be here for a few more minutes and then I have to leave. Thank you so much, Bettina.